Hey all you cool cats and kittens, it's Carole at Big Cat Rescue, and today I am wearing a microphone, an Insignia microphone, and I'll be real curious to know whether it's better or worse than the cell phone's microphone when it comes to the wind noise. And it's really windy today, so it may not give us a fair test, but it's clipped right close to my mouth. Hi Deb and Lori. Oh, there's Miss Sapphire. Oh my goodness. Hi. So we got Kali over here. Keeping those paws dry, miss? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't mean for you to get out. Did I just ruin it for you? Just ruined your bath. Hey. And she's being watched by Sapphire over here, who's in the tunnel between her two cages. Sorry, I have nothing for you. I'm on the lookout for meds and snacks. So that is where I'm headed. If you guys could see this mess of wires that I'm tangled in. Oh, it's not pretty, is it, Kali? Audio's just always been such a huge problem on these live walkabouts. I got some great video this morning of Priya and Duchess just having a blast. Alright, I can't go back and forwards on the bike. At least this way I can put my hand over the microphone and try to keep some of the wind off of it. And she's walking over into her next cage. Okay, back to the bike. Yes, she is strutting her tiger stuff indeed. Hello, everybody. It's so nice to be out with you on this beautiful September evening. Thank you, Sandra. Oh, Libby says the mic sounds good. I'm glad to hear that. Tell me if that's still true when I start biking and have all that wind noise. Edith says first time she's had to turn the volume down. What, you don't want me talking like right into the microphone? Oh, I'm so glad the sound is good. I'm afraid I have this big necklace. It's gorgeous. You should see this necklace. Jamie got me this beautiful necklace in South Africa when she was down there recently. And you can't see all of the wires because they're all hooked on the thing that's holding the camera. But I'm hoping this isn't going to be clashing there too much. Ugh, bugs in my hair. Okay. Back in search of meds and snacks. Everett, we still don't have the export permit from Guatemala, which is really, really frustrating because we have done everything on our part And ADI, the Animal Defenders International, has done everything on their part, but getting governments to take action is just so mind-numbingly difficult. So it's looking like now it's going to be November. Meanwhile, we still have to pay, I forget how much. I'm thinking it's, I forget. I think it's like over $1,000 per cat per month, just to take care of them down there. Because cats gotta eat. I came out looking for meds and snacks last night, and by the time I finally found who was doing it, turned out to be Devin, and he had just finished up with the last cat. So it was like, oh man, I don't know what's happened, but the I'm talking to the camera. the Nest Cam that we have in food prep is down, so I need to go check on that and find out what's happened to that camera. Usually I can see when they're making meds, and so I have a better idea of when I can go out and intercept somebody actually handing them out. Tanya, you have no idea how hard it is for me to ride and look around for the people I'm looking for and spot cats and deal with all of these cords and cables and trying to hold everything steady, not hit potholes. I must look pretty ridiculous to anybody watching. But as you can see, there's nobody around again. Oh no, Penny. I don't know why you can't see comments. Tomorrow is vet day. Dr. Justin will be coming and checking on a bunch of the cats. Tom had a little bit of a... Tom's one of the new bobcats. She's 20 years old. And she had a bit of a episode yesterday, I think, where she was just acting all wobbly and disoriented, and 5 minutes later she was fine. I don't know what that was about, but he's going to take a look at her. King Tut's knees are looking terrible, but unfortunately there's not much we can do. If he were a younger, healthier cat, we might be able to do the, I think they call it ACL surgery, but that's the same thing that Mickey had done. It's a really extensive surgery, and King Tut has barely managed to stay with us as it is because of all of his neurological issues. I'm afraid sedating him would just kill him. Okay, I see sticks. Sticks would indicate to me they probably haven't gone out yet. Make sure I'm leaving enough room for people to drive around me. Hola! I was trying to decide if I had missed you or if you hadn't started.
No, we have some picky ones today, so I'm trying to be extra selective. So, this is Tut's.
We were just talking about Tut. Oh my goodness, look at this.
So he has lamb, chicken breast, red, pork, mush, and cat food. I don't like the cat food part, but he's taking his meds in it right now, so.
Could he have a glass of Chablis with that, please?
I know. I have a little bit of extras here. I don't know who's going to get them. This and the cooler. Yeah, Smoker's not going to eat that. There.
For anybody who might be new, she just walked into our cooler. So every day we take hundreds of pounds of food out of the freezers and put them in the cooler. And this is where they defrost. So a lot of the cats have specialty foods that they like. 2 days a week they get whole rats and whole rabbits. These are the meats that they use for the medications. So a lot of times the cats will take their medications in something as long as it's unique and novel. And you can see these are all made up with the charts of saying who gets what. Man, it's cold in here.
Packing my lunch.
It's probably not your lunch. I bet you never eat that much meat. Hello, Dylan.
Hi.
No kittens.
Not yet.
What good are you with no kittens?
They're still making that. There's going to be 2 new ones in there tomorrow.
He had 2 cute little tabbies. Yesterday, day before, they were adorable.
Oh yeah, Addison and Ava.
Yeah.
You remembered their names.
That's because there's only 2.
Yeah, but
There
there's
was like 15 of them with all A's. I wouldn't remember. All right.
Oh, sorry, everybody. I just grabbed the microphone again. Hello.
Would you like cleaning signs?
What's that?
Would you like cleaning signs?
Yep.
Oh, thank you.
And vines too.
And vines, pull vines off.
That is one of Howard's pet peeves, is signs with crud on them.
All right.
Karen wants to know if we need donations of Tupperwares, like the ones I just showed in the freezer there.
Well, we always run out because we use them every day. You'll see things like where's perfection? The little tab that makes it easy to pull off breaks off.
Oh.
So this size is excellent that we need, and also this size.
So that's like a sandwich size?
Yeah.
And what would
Sandwich
you call
size,
that?
This is probably like a quart size. Because when it's days like ivermectin or a panicure, then each cat gets their own container.
Phew. That's a lot of containers.
Like right now, it's just like the specialty ones. If they get a special diet, like Moses gets his cut up very small, so he always gets a container. We have some cats that get fed, and we call it bucket. So they just go in the bucket because they just get a ball of mush and a chicken thigh or whatever the specialty meat of the day is.
So are you guys able to hear her okay? Because now the camera is closer to her than the microphone is, and I'm wondering if that's a problem when I'm talking to keepers. And there's your fan of white.
There's the bucket.
Exactly. It's all about front loose.
For littles. Cassie says she loves to see how the magic works in here. And voila!
It's only magic when all the cats eat. All right, so.
Oh, good. Angie says the sound is good.
Sticks? I need sticks.
There's sticks on the cart.
Really long one?
There were 2 out there.
Okay. All right, I'll put this on, and then I'll come back for my buckets.
Where's your buckets?
Right behind you.
Maybe I can make myself useful at least for one. I can't get 2. Now I can't get out the door.
We've got Keisha. I've got Hoover.
Man, she's going to eat all this food?
I hope so.
This is heavy.
Yeah.
You taking this cart?
I'll take whichever one is around.
You got anybody riding? Oh, shoot. You got anybody riding with you?
Nope.
Everybody, I just smashed the mic condenser, so let me know if I broke it.
Okay. All right, that bucket we can put in the back here.
I clearly do not know the routine. And this can go in my
Sometimes they
lap.
have to go in the front. I think that's it. I think we're good. I got my extra container. I got extra gloves. Okay.
I got my microphone cord in this bloody basket.
Maybe it'll give a good flavor for Tud. Because he's our first stop.
Were you here all day?
No, I just come in on Sunday evenings.
Do you work on Sundays at your real job?
Sometimes if there's something going on. Sometimes it's just a matter of checking the computers, making sure everything's okay. And then I'm done. It's my one day to like sleep in. Everybody at work, they're like, so what are you doing this weekend? I go, the same thing I do every weekend. All day Saturday at Big Cat, and then Sunday evening at Big Cat. So my weekend is really Sunday morning. And I'm good with that.
The cats are very grateful.
I just can't stay away from them. Okay, so trying to find Tuddy. He's been a little elusive lately. He's really.
Yeah, we were just talking about his knee, and
Yeah.
Dr. Justin will take a peek at him again tomorrow, but really nothing we can do without surgery, and I
really
don't want to knock him out.
Oh, it's one of those like catch-22s.
Aren't they all? I swear. It's like,
You want
can't we have something easy?
You want good things, but you know, sometimes you don't want the road to get there because you don't know if it's really how bumpy it's gonna be, I guess. Hootie!
Karen, I do think the Kitten Cabana camera is down. I know Randall's been working on that camera and Nikita Lyon's camera.
Alright, let's see. Oh. Thinking I better take the stick because look where perfection is again.
Is she up on her platform? Of course you are.
Ducky, I don't have anything for you. I'll come back later with something for you, okay? And do not come behind the barrel.
King Tut is not in the... Oop. Darn. Oh. He's not in the first den. Alright, I gotta move this.
Tootie tootie. Where is that little devil? Camouflages so well. Yeah, he's right here. Hello, my love. Hello, my love. Which side would you like? Would you like the cat food side towards you? That's what you need to eat because I put your milk in it. Sprinkled it, okay? I sprinkled it. You don't even have to get up, Bella. You don't even have to get up, okay? Look at that. What do you think? What do you think?
I think he just wants to look at you.
Oh, come on, mister. No, he wants to know what I'm doing with that stick. He's very suspicious. Okay. You eat your food. I know I love you.
Does it make your mouth water just thinking about food?
Hey, you. Missy. It's Missy. Perfection. Baby girl. I'm over here. I'm over here. Come on down. Come on down. Come on. Come on. Come on, baby girl. Come on. Come on. Perfection. Come on, baby girl. You better come on. I got food. Come on. Look what I got for you. Come on. Perfection. See the cat food?
The dark meat in the corner.
Hey, you. What's wrong, babe? You're awful hot. You're panting.
Am I making her suspicious?
No. Oh, we see no lamb.
You like lamb?
Better eat cat food.
Does that got the pill in it?
Yeah, I opened it up and sprinkled it in there. Come on. Come on. You better come on. You better come on. Yeah, come on. Come on. Oh, big stretch. Big stretch. Come on. Come on, baby girl. That's it. Come on. Hey. Hey. Perfection. Over here. Come on. Come on. Come on down. No. Hey. Okay, I'm gonna go give it to somebody else then. You better come on. Hey. Come on. Look what I got. Come on. Come on. That's a good girl. Come on down. Now you gotta turn this way. Come on, over this way. There's the ram. Come on. Come on. Oh, I know it's slick. I know, baby. You want a piece up there on the ramp? Oh boy. Oh boy, you better come down. Come on. Come on. You better come get it. I know, come on. Come on. I know. Alright. Let's go to lockout. Come on. Oh, you're on your cuddle. Good girl. Come on, we'll do the tile right here by the water bowl. Okay? Right here. He's got to come this far. Come on. Missy. Hey. Come on. Perfection. Perfection. Come on.
It's down here. Let's go this way.
Didn't you have her food? Come on, right here.
Confuse things.
Come on. Come on, right here. Perfection. Come on. Look what I got. Look what I got. Oh boy. That's just for you. Come on. You smell it? Do you smell it? You smell what the mama's cooking? Huh? I know. I know. Good girl. That's a good girl. So she didn't really have a med tonight. She's only on her med every other night. But she gets something called Fortiflora. Help keep her regular and nice consistency. And she doesn't mind it at all. That's a good girl. off the tray?
Are we knocking it off the tray? We don't want to get it in the dirt. No. We don't want to get it in the dirt. How about that? How about that? Hmm? Oh, that's good, girl. Two more little bites. Here. No? You done? Okay. Pick those up because we don't want no bugs to come.
She is an ocelot. I couldn't speak while she was eating. I didn't want to distract her. It's like, once she gets distracted, she can't pay attention to what she needs to be doing.
She's easily distracted.
Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby.
Is there anybody else in here?
Well, yeah, we'll stay in here because I've still got Pharaoh and Simba. So we get theirs. Pharaoh.
You're being ratted out by the duck.
I know. I don't have anything. I don't have anything. I'll bring you something later, okay?
I'm thinking Perfection's 22 or 23.
So last Sunday, Simba chewed his med out like 6 times. Jeff was having a heck of a time. Hello, bear. Hi. How are you? How are you, huh? I know, baby.
This is Simba, the Savannah cat.
I'm coming. Hang on.
Do you know what his meds are for?
Yes, his pink nose. He's like a pink nose serval.
Oh, you got those allergies. Bug allergies. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, it's coming.
I'm gonna find a piece of meat big enough to put this pill in.
Penny, they're called Muscovy ducks. They're a invasive species, and they interbreed with the beautiful mallard ducks here and create some really interesting variations.
But that's why I like them, because nobody does.
Somebody just got through saying, "That's a beautiful duck." I was like,
not
bleh.
very pretty.
They're not very pretty, are they? Not like you, mister.
All right, are we ready? Okay, well, let's try one without anything in it first, okay? I know. No.
You're hilarious, Simba.
Oh, I just knocked his pill out. Good.
You just chewed it right out of there, didn't you? You just chewed it right out.
Well, the better they get at it, the more snacks they get.
Well, because these kind tend to upset their stomachs, they do get half their meal with it. And they're like a gel capsule, so you can only do it a couple of times before it gets really soft.
I know, but you see how pink your nose is? You need this. You do. You do.
Kathy, thank you for posting the link to his bio. I know his num num nums are so cute.
All right, now don't chew it out this time, okay? Okay. I bet you won't. Good boy.
You are something else, mister.
What do you do? Like pinch it all the way over there?
Mm-hmm.
I did not see that happen. I thought he swallowed
I
it.
didn't either. Unless it popped out of the piece before I give it to him. I know. I'm trying, baby. I'm trying.
Yeah, the supporter videos can only be shared to supporters. And the way supporters get those extra videos is by subscribing. It's 99 cents a month. There's a big blue button at Big Cat Rescue, or I'm sorry, at facebook.com/Big Cat Rescue. That helps us provide the food and medication for our cats. And it gets you a lot of extra photos and videos that we don't post on our main site.
You are something else, mister. Alright, I'm going to have to go back to the cart and get a bigger piece of meat.
Where is she going? Oh my goodness.
Reach that, can you?
No. Come back. Handsome. You're so handsome, yes. Mama Becky's getting more meat. More of the pill type. Donna, it's so frustrating. These cats are so smart and they can sense a pill in their food and will work it and work it and work it to get it out.
Are you ready for some more?
I see running bear back there behind him.
Are you ready for some more?
His little tail's all foofed out.
Who's ready for some more? Who's ready for some more? You? You? Are you sure? Are you sure? Okay. Oh. Oh, he got it that time. He got it that time.
Melissa, thank you for posting that link. That is a very easy way for people to help us. It's a contest where the winner gets $5,000 and you can only vote one time. We hope you'll vote for us. They don't ask for any of your contact information, so you don't have to worry about getting on some kind of mailing list or being emailed to or anything like that.
Pharaoh.
What?
Bye, sweetie. I'll be back later. Make sure you ate everything.
While she goes and gets Pharaoh's medications, we'll go see if we can find Pharaoh. I think Roselle told me I was saying it wrong. Somebody told me I was saying it wrong. I always called him Pharaoh, and I looked it up, and they were right. It actually is Pharaoh. That's going to take some retraining, because I've been saying Pharaoh since I could read Bible stories. All right, Mr. Pharaoh.
Where's the silly boy? Where's the silly boy? Pharaoh. Pharaoh. Where's Pharaoh? Where's Pharaoh? Pharaoh. Pharaoh. Okay. Hi, Ariel. Hi, sweetness. No, I don't have nothing for you.
They are gorgeous, but man, if there was smell-o-vision, people would never even think twice about having these cats in their houses. They mark everything with urine to mark it as theirs. Who's hiding? Is Nala hiding in her feeding lockout? I think if you stalk in there, somebody might accidentally drop some food in. Can you spot the pharaoh?
Wait a minute, Jared. Why didn't you tell me he was there? I was right behind you. I was right behind you.
It wouldn't have been funny then.
Come on. Come on, Carole. Come on. Come down the ramp. No, the ramp. Oh, you silly boy. I know, don't take it off too far. Don't take it off too far. I gotta watch you eat it. It's okay. It's okay. Go ahead. All right, I'll step back. Nobody's gonna get you.
Nice work.
Good boy. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You've been rolling in the dirt. You're looking kind of dirty today. That dirty butt. You're a handsome boy. You're a handsome boy. Oh, I think we're freaking him out.
Too many peoples. Hey. You are all dusty. What did you do, son? He's an old codger. Linda, I only know of 4 white servals that were ever born. 3 of them here and 1 in Canada. She only lived, I think, to be something like 4 weeks old, maybe 4 days old. I've forgotten. It was so long ago. It was back in the 90s, which is when ours were born. Back before we knew any better. We thought, this is very, very rare and should be bred. And his mother had, or his father rather, had white socks, which was unusual. There were only about 15 servals with white socks. And we didn't know back then that, because this was back in the 90s, we didn't know that it was only through inbreeding that produced those white coats. And because of the fact that all of these cats that are in private hands are not pedigreed, you can't trace them back to the wild. When apparently we selected the mother and father, we selected cats who were very closely related without knowing it. And so that's what produced Pharaoh, Tonga, and Congo. Congo died a long time ago. Are you waiting on me?
Well, if you want to tape them, that's fine. I got to go back and get a radio.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'll be right back.
Who's your next cat on your list?
Serby.
Serby. I'll meet you there.
What are you doing? I was gonna see you need help.
Oh, yeah, I was just going back to get a radio.
Well, if you're together, you don't need it, do you?
I just hang out.
Okay.
I got done early. She was really good to me.
She was? You got her shot and everything?
Whole shebang.
Wow.
I'm going to ride with her since there's not as much food on this cart.
There we go.
I don't think Carole likes raw meat.
No, Carole does not.
I'm sure Carole is used to being ground up.
So far, nobody's been easy, Catherine.
No? Aw.
I bet you his out like 3 times.
Well, that's because mine was easy, so now the rest of them are not going to be easy. So.
I wanted to arrange for some treats at our staff meeting, and I don't know how many vegans we have. Do you happen to know how many are actual vegans versus vegetarians?
I think 2 actual vegans, and then
Jen and who?
Chelsea, I think, is a vegan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think. And then a couple of vegetarians, like I know Lauren's vegetarian.
What I had in mind would be fine for vegetarians. It's just vegans. I'd have to find an alternative for them.
Yes.
Lauren's not?
Lauren's vegetarian, but I don't think she's vegan. I'm not sure. Sometimes I can't keep track, but I think Lauren's just vegetarian.
We're all on this evolutionary path.
Evolution of trying.
Alright, so.
Hi. Hello. Yeah, I don't think you get one. But I don't know. I'm not the meds person. So don't take my word for it. This is Sheena. Actually, Sheena might. Yeah, so we stopped breeding. We only bred from like 95 to 97, 94 to 97, something like that. And certainly didn't know that that was the case with white lions, white tigers, white servals. It's all through inbreeding. That's why we were so angry about that Siegfried and Roy show on ABC's 2020 Friday night, because they mentioned it, but they only gave like 4 minutes of mention to how cruel it is to breed white tigers and white lions out of a 2-hour show, just glamorizing those two. I'm not going back on that rant. If you'd like to hear that rant, you can go to yesterday's yesterday's Meds is Next post, because I was breathing fire.
You never know.
I'm so glad. Do you know Perfection came all the way down? Came down all the ramps?
Yeah.
Well, it only took 30 minutes. Good Lord.
Well, you know what? I didn't notice her limping. But I will tell you that her platform.
There's Cricket right behind her. Thank you, Paula. Thank you, Noir. Are they coming? Are they coming? When are they going to come with that? I'm in a hurry. Gotta eat. Gotta eat, gotta eat. I'm also trying to learn these buttons, as you might have noticed. It's like looking in a mirror. It's exactly opposite of what you would think. Thank you, Adele.
Shishi. Hello, baby girl.
Oh, somebody's got some fishes.
Isn't she looking better?
She does.
Well, it's because she's eating a little bit of like chicken, a little bit of mush.
Not just fish. Poor Cricket's being so good back there.
She needs a better treat. All right, come out here. Take the pill out. Oh, good girl. That was a good girl. That was a good girl. I know. These fish came out. The problem with the fish is it just goes everywhere.
It's very bouncy.
Yes, it is. Oh, we got shrimp in here too, Missy. I know, but you need to, like, put your head up. All right, you want your treat? Oh, you're so round, baby girl. Oh, you're so round. water, babe. I can't help it. Hurry. Hurry. No, don't be looking at my hand. Oops. Oops. I need to get the stick and point it all out to you. Need a stick? Yeah, because I just have to show her where it's all at. Because her fish flies. She got flying fish tonight. I'll show you in just a minute, okay? I'll show you in just a minute.
Whole different meaning for fly fishing.
Here. Just want to show her where I tossed it. Did you already find it all? You're like a Hoover. You're like a Hoover vacuum cleaner. Oh, there's 2 little pieces over here. Right here. Right there. Now look at this. Look at this.
She's so grateful.
Hey. Right here. She knows. She knows. And there's the other one. Good girl. Was that good?
All right, this thing seems to have a mind of its own. It's just spinning around. Stop it.
Yeah. She's on the list for Justin to come look tomorrow. She's not really limping on it, but it looks kind of swollen.
No, but her right front.
Yeah. She's also very fluffy, so that could have something to do with it.
She did acknowledge that.
Hi, kids. What are you doing? I know I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Starving. Watching everybody get treats. Oh, all 3 of them are there, too.
That's rare.
That
Get all
is
3
rare.
in one
Get
shot.
All 3 in one shot.
Tuck your nose in. I can't see all 3 of you.
Miss Miss. There she is. Miss Miss. There she is. Hi, pretty pretty.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
All the babies.
I'm sorry, I don't have a treat for you.
Aww.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
All the babies.
Oh, my love. Oh, my love.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. Are you hanging out? Are you hanging out, mister? Are you hanging out?
You over here to scared mouser.
Probably.
Huh?
Got that wire right between your eyes.
I know.
Oh, now you're coming.
No.
Because it wasn't funny until just
It
now.
wasn't funny until he snuck up on us. We were expecting it. Now he's sneaking. Sneak, sneak, sneaking. Are you sneaking? He's like, well, you're watching now. You're not supposed to watch. Don't look. Don't look. You ready to go home this week? You ready to go home?
It's been a good vacation.
It's been a good long vacation.
He doesn't even make any noise.
I know, he's so quiet.
You're a scary dude. You're a scary dude. At least Sundari, she says, thank God somebody put something in this mush. Like ground turkey. A little something, something.
your version of a shot of whiskey?
I think that's her version of coffee with something. A little something in it. A little something in it. Not just smush. She's pretty in that light.
Mm-hmm. Just glows off of her.
Mm-hmm.
The light on Priya swimming this morning was just glorious.
I bet, yeah. Yeah, the mornings are actually really pretty right now.
Bye, Kathy. You mean the light or the temperature? Or?
Both. Both.
It's funny to look down and it's like, oh wow, it's only 89 degrees. That is so nice.
It's amazing when that feels really good. It hasn't broke 90 yet. It's like a cool winter's day if it's not 90 degrees. Are you posing now? Are you posing now? Huh, mister? Are you posing now? Yeah. I know, I'm sorry. I had treats earlier. You got treats already today. We had lots of private tours today. You got treats. You got treats. Such a cute boy.
I've lost my arm muscles for holding up this stuff. Brittany spoiled me.
She says that all the time too when she hasn't done it in a while. She's like, oh, I forgot how long it is and how long you have to hold the camera. Hi, sweet girl. Looks like she's trying to catch something in the grass.
Are we going to have a Nat Geo moment?
I'm serious. She looks like she's watching something in the grass. Lizard or bug or something.
Please, God, don't let it be a snake.
Yeah. It is, it's a baby one.
Diablo and Alethea must be having a little spat.
Well,
He's having a bro day. Hanging with the kids.
he's hanging with Des.
And there was not drool or anything with Dad's.
Okay. Well, I gave him treats in the middle of the day because we gave treats to Max and he was right there. So it might have been, they might have walked by after I gave him treats.
Yeah, and I didn't see him in his mouth didn't look swollen or anything weird. He chewed on both sides. All right, Mickey Lion.
Do you know if those were really yellow jackets or were they deer fly?
What?
The ones that were on the observation chart this morning. I think they said
think
it was
they were
around
ye-
the meat.
I think they were yellow jackets.
Really?
Yeah. They like to hang around the carts. Yeah,
Really?
the deer flies don't hang out with the meat, but the yellow jackets are attracted to the blood. Yeah, I asked, when we were having a couple of nests sprayed, I asked the pest guys that came out, and they were like, yeah, the yellow jackets will hang out near the blood.
Hi, Alethea.
I think she just caught something under there, like a lizard or something. Yeah, she was tracking something in the grass, and then she, like, was chewing on something. She either had a frog or a lizard or something.
Don't eat frogs. Nasty.
Oh, she's out hunting something else now. Hopefully they're not imaginary.
In that case, she needs more help than we can give her.
There you go. So we cut some of this back today. I'm trying trying to
looks
like
nice.
still give her cover for Nikki, but cut some of it back.
Who was your work group? Who was your work group?
Actually, we had a bunch of extra red shirts today, so they were out doing tour path stuff, cleaning
Oh.
signs and trimming vines and all kinds of stuff today.
I thought it was a corporate thing.
No, we had some extra red shirts today.
Mike wants to know if Manny's ever going to get a pool.
I think the plan is,
I'm going to get this ant.
yes. Off of that same line that the tiger pools are off of. I think they're going to try and extend it up towards Manny.
Wow.
Yeah. It depends on how well the water pressure pulls to see if we can get water pressure all the way to Manny.
They do have an outlet under the road right there at the corner.
Yeah. So,
All right, where's this lion?
if we have power, the next thing we can have is cameras.
We'll be so spoiled with cameras and pools. I can't see a thing looking into the sun. There she is back there. Hello, Nikita. They're bringing you some yummies. Sadly, her camera has been down for the longest time.
Come on, my girl.
You do a good lion impression.
Nick! Are we gonna have to go to you? You gonna come here? Nick!
She's like, show me the bucket.
Well, the thing is, I don't have tongs with me. I think that's what we're missing, is the tongs. Come on, Nick! Good girl! Come on, my big girl! Yeah, just took her a minute. Mo.
She was camouflaged. I didn't see her.
Mo.
Look at that queen.
Uh-oh. You dropped that, not me. Okay. Again.
She might be easier with us.
It's just the drums. Those drums are just easier for me with tongs. Got it? Oh, man. You're alright. She ain't gonna get you.
Get your water. Get your drink.
Get your drink. You're alright. She's not gonna get you. You're alright. Get your drink.
I have no weapons. No dart guns.
Oh, Nick, you're so funny.
She is.
You're such a funny girl.
I think she's like a camel. She drinks a whole bunch of water and then she goes back there and sleeps all day.
The drink that never ends.
She's trying
drank a lot yesterday when she got some off from the Keeper tour.
Yeah. She got treats on the private tour today, so she drank after that too.
People are just amazed at her.
It's amazing.
If they could only seen her when she was young, goofy and doing somersaults and playing with her feet. I think the most amazing time I ever saw with her was right after we lost Sarabi. And she got access to Sarabi's enclosure. And it's like overnight she turned into Sarabi. She hugged the same tree. She acted the same. She looked like Sarabi. It was amazing.
You were channeling a little bit of that bitchiness too?
Yeah, but it was a royal bitchiness. She was a good girl.
Whew, that was great. Oh, and we're gonna pee.
You don't allow that, she's not going to know this drink. She's keeping the flies off her tail.
She's like, that's what I think about that.
Oh, Miss Nick, right in front of the camera.
Like, I don't care.
She says, darling, my life is in front of the camera.
Thanks, Nick.
Bye, baby girl.
It's the price you pay for being a royal.
Bye, baby girl.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hi, sweet girl. Thanks for coming over.
Yeah, whatever.
You ready for a pre-nighttime nap now?
Thanks for coming over.
Oh,
So pretty in the sunshine. So pretty in the sunshine. Girl.
Nice and shady over here now.
and now you may scratch my back.
Yes. I think that's what that said.
Does she like the groomer?
Yes.
Oh, loves it.
Really?
We need like a giant size one.
I used to have a big piece of bamboo that I used.
Wow.
Because when she moves against it, she breaks it.
She breaks it because it's like fragile.
Huh.
Oh, see, Nick, I didn't know that about you.
Yeah, she loves the scratcher.
Okay. Keisha and Hoover. Oh, then I gotta drop off features. Oh, and I'll have to get the ducks something pretty soon.
I'm surprised they aren't swarming the cart. She had one for a while.
We have a bunch of mallards right now, I noticed.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
I was
like the
excited to see that. There was like a dozen of them out near the barn yesterday. A bunch of mallards.
Oh, look at you.
She like, do you have treats? Do you have treats?
Hi, Chaos.
What are you doing, handsome boy? Are you looking for treats?
You notice Chaos is not chunky anymore.
Yeah. Well, because she's not getting treats when Diablo gets fed anymore.
Hey.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
How we trim our cats down, we hide them from Becky.
We take them off of near a Med's cat. If they're chunky, we just have to move them away from a Med's cat.
Ooh, I might get a twofer here.
You get a twofer. Carole and Keepers.
Where's the baby girl?
Hi. Kish, kish. Kish, kish.
Say, what's in it for me?
You can have all the snacks that you didn't eat out. Come on, my girl. Come on, my girl. Come on, my girl.
No, she's not limping. Sometimes when they first wake up, they're a little stiff.
Come on, my girl. Come on, my sweet girl. Hi. Hi, my sweet girl. Hi, my sweet girl. Say again. Oh. Nope.
Oh, yes, you are good tigers.
Option number 2. Come on, my girl. Yeesh. And I need the long stick.
Man, they know. He's just right out of reach. It's kind of hard for you to tell, but there's like a safety entrance there between Catherine and Keisha, so she can't reach her unless she gets a really long
He
stick.
knows I can't reach her, too.
Kareen, it takes a while. Oh, yeah. Found the magic formula. Slurp it on down. She really does make her keepers work for it.
Oh, damn. Come on, damn.
You're being so good, Cully. Stella, all of the animal care is done by volunteers. Even though Catherine is a paid employee, she's paid to manage all of the volunteers. So when she's doing stuff like this, she's doing it as a volunteer.
Hi.
I have nothing for you.
Hey, my girl.
I hope when I am in a nursing home, my nurse is as patient as Catherine. What's that snarly face about?
She doesn't like it when I try to get the food back. Alright,
You won't want it later.
let's go this way and see if you'll take a couple more bites.
Kara, for animal care, the qualifications are you have to be able to follow rules and you have to be able to carry a 60-pound bucket. We put you through extensive training before you're ever allowed to be around the cats. You can see what that training looks like at zoocollege.com. There's 50 classes there, and it's the same classes that our keepers take when they're learning how to take care of the cats. It's $9 a month, but the money from the Zoo College goes to making sure that our cats get fed and medicated and cared for, so it's a good thing. Some people say it takes them about 2 months to take the class, so you're looking at about $18. Other people might take 6 months to take the class, but they do it slowly because they want to keep supporting the cats while they're taking their time doing it. Pam, thank you for the review of Zoo College. Great, Donna. That's a noisy one, huh, Keisha? You're flying right low over the sanctuary. Deb said she did it in less than a week. You, my friend, are an overachiever. Edith took it and liked it. Well, thank you for doing that, Pam. You know, it's those kind of monthly donations that really add up. So even though it's $9 a month and the subscription for all the extra videos and stuff at Facebook is 99 cents a month, when we have enough people that sign up for those kinds of things, then we can kind of start to figure out, okay, this is how much money we know will be coming in, so we can kind of plan around it. Well, thank you, Kathy and Karen. Yeah, Cassie. I don't know that any human looks that majestic when they eat. Man, Kali is so big when you look at the size of her compared to Catherine.
You help so much.
You guys are like eye to eye almost.
You help so much. In that cage, though, she is like a half a foot above me.
Well, there's that.
No, she's still ginormous. She's still ginormous. Okay, can I have these now?
Yes, Melissa is correct. If you guys have,
Did you help?
if you guys shop on Amazon, you can sign up at smile.amazon.com and pick Big Cat Rescue as your charity. And the great thing about that is that Amazon's the one who sends us a kickback. You don't pay anything extra. You shop at the same site, amazon.com. If you log in to smile.amazon.com, that's how it counts. But it's the same site, same stuff, same prices. And Amazon kicks in, I think, 0.05%. And it really adds up when you consider the number of people that we have doing it. I don't know, Mike and Kathy.
So that needs to be the next volunteer challenge. Get a piece of meat with a stick.
So she's trying to retrieve the pieces that Keisha dropped, and you missed her getting out a really big piece that she did a stunningly good job of. All the while, you're having to keep one eye on the cat so that she doesn't get mad and charge you.
Basket grass is not helping me out.
Man, do I love that basket grass,
I
though.
do. It's just not helpful with meat retrieval.
A few years ago, this grass that you see here started growing at the sanctuary. I don't know where it came from, but it is the coolest stuff ever because it grows horizontal instead of vertical, which means you hardly ever have to worry about cutting it. It's only the weeds that grow up through it that end up having to be cut.
Oh, Keisha, you silly girl. You silly girl.
No, you're not gonna eat the pieces with dirt on it.
So dirty.
Bye, Keisha. He's like, yeah, whatever.
Like, peace out, get away. Hi, you got treats at my tour today, too. Don't look at me like that.
She did?
Yes.
And you just gave her a treat and I gave her a treat, so. She says, but Carole didn't give me a treat.
Carole has never given you a treat.
Ooh, hoof hoof. Ooh, sorry. Gave us both whiplash on that one. You never know what you're going to get sometimes when you press the gas on some of these cars. Sometimes they're zippy and sometimes they're not. Sapphire has actually been enjoying Jasmine's cage.
It seems like most of the time I've seen her, she's been down at the other end.
Yeah. Like, that's where all the action is. Keisha
Yeah.
gets fed. Like, everybody over there gets fed. Like, multiple times a day. Like, that is where it's at.
I just need to move over one more cage.
Khalid, trade with me. Khalid's like, no way, man. I got the sweet cage. Keisha gets food like 5 times a day. And everybody feels sorry for Khalid.
Jasmine's sure been enjoying her vacation
She
rotation.
has really been enjoying it. She's sacked out on that platform right there. Completely sacked out. Actually, this is a better break of the trees. There we go. The mist behind her.
Look at you. Looks like a show at the Bellagio.
Wow.
This is Jasmine. She's in vacation rotation, and she's been having so much fun in the pond. There's been some really cute videos by Suzanne Mesna of her soaking and running from turtles. Oh! So in the background, Jamie and Victor coming back in from... Where are they? Coming back in from Fort DeSoto. I saw that poor baby cougar being born into that roadside zoo. I think what's happening is because PETA has been so successful in filing lawsuits against a lot of these people that are using tigers, because the courts are ruling that these are violations of the Endangered Species Act. I think that as a result, a lot of these really bad places are starting to use other cats that are not endangered, like lions and cougars. It's very, very sad. If people would just quit stupidly paying to go see cubs or to pet cubs, this would all stop. There used to be a time when people didn't know any better, but now anybody can do an internet search and see how wrong that is. Hi! Amanda and Jasmine are roaring at each other.
Oh, don't you get all huffy with me, mister. Don't you get all huffy with me. See how nice and cold that is? Oh, no. No, you gotta come out of there sometime. Got it?
Was she roaring at you or Jasmine? Oh no. Squirrels raiding Becky's cart.
Well, and I got a new loaf of bread for him last night. I just didn't get it out of my car. What the heck? What is that
Really?
noise, Hoover? What is that noise? Come on.
Sounds like a frog being strangled.
Can I see your feet?
He's really cracked.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, I gave him some of those thighs that were just barely thawed. they're like really cold, he liked it.
Oh, yeah.
I know. He told me I had to come out of there sometime.
Well, it's gonna have to come out of there tomorrow because Justin wants to go down.
Well, and he only wants to eat out of that once. You know, you always got to
He
go on
always
that
likes
side.
that side.
And he keeps it takes away from you. Is that good? Yeah, but he was hissing at me. Mr. Cranky Pants. He can get the right angle. Come here. Look this side. We're not done. We're not done, mister.
Try to go one square over and you'll better keep going that back side. One square that way.
Mary wants to know if he eats anything but chicken.
Occasionally he'll eat pork, but he's not a big fan of red. I think because he has to chew it too much. He likes meat he doesn't have to chew.
Let's try a piece of pork. Something different. Something different. Come on. Hey. Want to smell? Want to smell? Oh, coming in.
Hey,
You can't have my stick, Mr. Cranky Pants.
hey, you're alright. You know, there's a lot of us.
That's how does it out work?
There's a lot of us out here.
So I'm going to see if we can see Amanda down there since he's being grouchy. There's Amanda. Not there, that's Jasmine. But I see Amanda. Oh, who's chuffing? Are you chuffing at Catherine?
Hi, sweet girl.
Because I know you're not chuffing at me.
Hi, sweet girl.
Ooh, somebody's gonna get treats. Look how salacious you're being. You're like, oh, I can do down, I can do whatever you want.
That's a very good job.
You just made her day. Just when you thought there'd be no snacks.
She should get snacks just because she's a old girl. Oh, now Jasmine thinks she needs snacks.
They all need snacks.
This is what happens when you start going off the measure. Everybody needs snacks.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. I think this might have been a really long one from what some of the people have said tonight. Nice to be able to end on Amanda being happy. Don't see that every day. Be sure and vote for us in the All-Star slots. If you're not a supporter yet at 99 cents a month, please do that at facebook.com/BigCatRescue. Carrie, you can sing into your computer or your phone right now for the cats. We can't hear you, but I bet they can. You guys are so welcome. Thank you so much for being so loving to our cats and so supportive of our mission to end the captivity of big cats. We hope to have some really good news on that front next week.